up, Jordan team members Dr. Noor provides free dental treatments for care recipients and Syrian refugees. Vietnam Tzu Chi volunteers form a team to provide physical and emotional support to businessmen affected by the recent riots. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Helen Liao. Thank you for joining us. In Jordan's Amman, the Tzu Chi International Medical Association has been running for some 6 years now. However, the team consists only of 2 members, one of who is dentist Dr. Noor. Over the years, Dr. Noor has served residents selflessly at every free clinic, and now she has even offered her own clinic for the use of Tzu Chi to conduct weekly free checkups for care recipients and Syrian refugees.
Team dentist Dr. Noor examines the dental condition of her patient, a Syrian refugee. The doctor has generously offered a clinic to Tzu Chi to hold free dental clinics for care recipients and Syrian refugees. The smiles of patients are a doctor's greatest reward. Iraqi doctor Zaid Mustafa also brought 2 other dentists to help at the free clinic and even subsidized the medical costs out of his own pocket. Understanding how costly it is for the patients to get here, doctors ensure that all their dental problems are tended to. Jordan teamer Dr. Noor is a regular at Tzu Chi's free clinics. Her footprints span across the desert land as she extends her medical care and love to the Bedouin people.
Like health centers, they have to go far away to do their teeth, so it was a good opportunity for them to fix them, and hopefully we'll come back again here and continue the work.
Since Tima's establishment here in 2009, Dr. Noor has remained committed to Tzu Chi's medical mission and treated countless patients. Furthermore, she has now offered the use of her clinic as a venue for Tzu Chi's weekly dental checkups, extending her love across this desert land.
Recently in Malaysia's Penang, the Tzu Chi Butterworth Recycling and Education Center celebrated its 10th anniversary. Nearly 70 volunteers came together to review their efforts over the past 10 years, and they so promise to carry on their work over the next decade. The recycling station was full of weeds. The renovation had not been completed yet.
Tzu Chi volunteers flash back to the beginning of the Tzu Chi Butterworth Recycling and Education Center a decade before.
Back then, I vowed to contribute my time and efforts to recycling. However, I was not an intellectual and I didn't know how to operate computers or make PowerPoint slides, so I decided to invite more capable volunteers to join our ranks.
Throughout the first decade, the founding volunteers' commitment to recycling attracted 63 new trainee volunteers, 12 of whom later became certified Tzu Chi commissioners. Among them was the deputy principal of a junior high school, Lin Jingwei.
When guests visit our recycling center, Sister Mei Zhen and Sister Zhen Zhen always ask me to escort them around and introduce them to Tzu Chi's recycling message.
Seizing the opportunity, everyone comes together to express their gratitude.
After coming here and joining this recycling mission, the recycling center has become our second home.
At this recycling center, they learn a lot of things and can leave their worries behind.
Forging a closer bond with each other, the volunteers at the Tzu Chi Butterworth Recycling and Education Center will carry on their efforts throughout next decade.
On May 19, a congregation from the Selangor State Legislative Assembly in Malaysia visited the Jingsi Hall and the Environmental Education Center in Taipei's Wanhua. Speaker of the Assembly, Deng Zhangqing, was deeply moved by the devotion and the professionalism of Tzu Chi's recycling volunteers to safeguard our planet, and promises to take this experience back with him and spread it across Malaysia.
Surrounded by the bundles of plastic bags collected by recycling volunteers, visitors at Wanhua's Tzu Chi Environmental Education Center learn to sort various categories of plastic materials.
So right now, this volunteer will show you how to compress it. So it is much easier to do.
Moving to the section where PET bottles are sorted, the congregation from Malaysia's Selangor State Legislative Assembly is stunned by the amount of trash.
Generally, most people think that garbage processing is the government's job or the state government's job. However, Tzu Chi's various campaigns and promotions make people aware that sorting their garbage isn't the sole responsibility of the government, but everyone's duty.
Here at the Tzu Chi Wanhua Environmental Education Center and the Jingsi Hall, one can see the volunteers' commitment to safeguard our environment everywhere.
After seeing the documentary about Tzu Chi and hearing the volunteers' introduction, I now have a deeper understanding as to why the work Tzu Chi does is so widely supported by members of the public. It's because what you do is so practical and people can get involved.
Apart from protecting our environment, thinking good thoughts, saying kind words, and practicing good deeds all begins with ourselves before we can inspire others to join us.
In Luoshui of China's Sichuan province, we meet solitary senior Yong Dingguo. Some 2 years ago, Tzu Chi's winter aid distribution helped improve the senior's living condition. Since then, he has decided to reciprocate by collecting recyclables. Grandpa Yong says he will not stop this meaningful practice until his last breath.
In the countryside of Sichuan's Luoshui, renovation is underway inside a White House as a canopy is being installed.
An old man who recycles lives alone up here on the mountain. After learning about his leaking roof, I thought I would help repair it.
The solitary senior he speaks of is Yong Dingguo. Every day, rain or shine, he goes out to collect recyclables. The 73-year-old senior lives in this dilapidated home and relies on monthly government subsidy, which is no more than $30. Despite the difficult life, Grandpa Yong insists on recycling for a reason. As it turns out, Grandpa Yong was an aid recipient at Tzu Chi's winter aid distribution some 2 years ago. Since then, the senior has decided to return the favor.
Before, I was helped by kind-hearted people, so I think it's necessary to do something about it. As long as I'm still able, I will continue to collect recyclables.
Grandpa Yong says as long as he still has a breath in him, he will continue to promote environmental protection.
From a recipient to giver, Yong Dingguo has become one filled with spiritual wealth.
In China's Jiangsu province, since its establishment in 2012, the Tzu Chi Health Promotion Center in Suzhou has been safeguarding the health of local residents. Recently, the center joined hands with the Suzhou Environmental and Municipal Administration Bureau to provide free health checks for the city's cleaning crew. Here's more. Suzhou is the second largest city in Jiangsu province. It is also a city known for its rich history and beautiful scenery. Behind the clean streets are the city's cleaning crew, who dedicate themselves wholeheartedly to their task.
The job they have is not easy. Some of them are living in hardship, so everyone in our society should care for them.
To express their gratitude for the efforts of the cleaning crew, prior to this year's Chinese New Year, Tzu Chi volunteers offered each worker with a pair of warm gloves. Furthermore, volunteers also established a program in which they encourage workers to go for a free health check at the Suzhou Tsuji Health Promotion Center.
We are only giving all of you a health checkup. Who is the person that will take care of your health? Yourself.
The service we received at the Suzhou Tsuji Health Promotion Center was great. The medical staff and volunteers conducted everything in an orderly manner.
To safeguard the health of these workers, other than providing free health exams, volunteers also thoughtfully prepare a nutritious breakfast, treating each like family.
People here are very nice. All of you speak kindly and softly. I feel great. Thanks to the cleaning crew, we can live in a healthy and clean environment. I feel extremely happy when serving them because they are like our family.
As these cleaning personnel have to be at work before sunrise, over time many may develop health problems. Thankfully, with Tsuji volunteers and the Suzhou Tsuji Health Promotion Center safeguarding their health, they can continue their duties free of such worries. On May 21st, Taiwan's Vice Minister of Economic Affairs led a delegation to Vietnam to survey the damages to Taiwanese businesses from the recent anti-Chinese riots. On the same day, Tsuji volunteers were invited to participate in a meeting with Pingyong Taiwanese Businessmen Association to discuss rebuilding efforts. Vietnam Tsuji volunteers have also formed a care team to provide physical and emotional support where and when needed.
In Vietnam's Bien Đông province, Asama Bicycle, one of the world's largest bicycle manufacturers, was severely damaged in the recent anti-Chinese riots. Leading 27 delegates, the Vice Minister of Taiwan's Economic Affairs visited what is left of the plant. Asama's nearly 7-hectare property was looted and burned. The total damage assessment was estimated to be at $33 million. DDK Group, another bicycle manufacturer, also suffered from the same fate, estimating damages to be around $3.3 million. According to surveys, approximately 224 companies suffered damages, mostly in Bien Đông and Dong Nai provinces and Ho Chi Minh City.
Taiwanese businesses have been in Vietnam for over 20 years, so everyone was caught off guard with this, as it was something that we had not experienced before. Our first priority is to ensure the safety and needs of our citizens. If they have lost their passport, we will provide the necessary paperwork for them to return to Taiwan as quickly as possible.
The Taiwanese Businessmen Association in Bien Đông also invited Tsuji volunteers to join them in a discussion on rebuilding efforts. After the meeting on the 21st, local Tsuji volunteers formed a care team to offer physical and spiritual aid to any Taiwanese families affected by the riots. Previous to the meeting, Tsuji volunteers had already been mobilized to help clean up Bien Dong's Taiwanese Community Center and the kindergarten inside the center, as both were damaged during the riots. Volunteers hope that with the devastation now past, everyone can find once again their faith in society and live in harmony with one another.
Next to me, one of this year's presidential award winners who at the age of 18 already has obtained 9 food service certifications. Liu Guangwei's family relies on subsidies to get by as his father passed away early, while his mother is unable to work full-time due to an auto accident injury. Thus, Liu is driven to improve the family's finance for the sake of his mother. Here's his story.
A high school senior, Liu Guangwei is teaching underclassmen how to bake. Liu has been in the top 5 of his class for 3 years now, and has also obtained 9 food service certifications in that time.
I think having the right skills will help you more in life.
Liu is driven by circumstances as his father succumbed to illness early, and his mother cannot work full-time due to a car accident. Even though his family relies on subsidies to get by, Liu never feels ashamed.
Though he does not have as many resources as his classmates, whenever someone is in need, he always springs to action.
Seizing every opportunity to grow and further himself has helped Liu Guanwei win this year's presidential award. Still, he only has one dream.
I hope to become successful so I can improve my family's livelihood and also help others.
Liu Guanwei will soon graduate, but says he will continually remind himself to never forget his goal.
For Tzu Chi volunteers, May is the month to repay the grace of Buddha, our parents, and all humanity. Therefore, besides holding ceremonies to honor the Buddha, events to promote filial piety are held as well. In different parts of Indonesia, Tzu Chi volunteers held Buddha Day ceremonies as people of different race and creed came together to pray for a world free from disasters.
Normally a bustling shopping center, on this day it is a cultivation ground as Tangerine Tzu Chi volunteers hold a Buddha Day ceremony for the public. The event attracted over 200 participants, many of whom were Muslims.
I heard there was a blessing ceremony here, so I came even though I am a Muslim. I don't think garnering blessings is religious-based. It's something anyone can do as long as you have the heart to do so.
I came to participate in this event because in the past I only knew about Tzu Chi through DaAi TV, but I wanted to get to know Tzu Chi better and see what kind of a Buddhist organization it is.
It is not easy to spread Buddhist ideals in a mostly Muslim country. However, this obstacle does not deter the disciples of Master Cheng Yen, like 81-year-old Winarti.
Tasks in life can be accomplished with passion and determination. Although I had to stand the entire time, I don't feel tired at all. Instead, I feel energized by the need to spread the Dharma to more people.
Meanwhile, in the city of Bandung, the capital of West Java, Tzu Chi volunteers held a Buddha Day ceremony to garner blessings for the world. After the ceremony, Tzu Chings performed a play reminding everyone of the need to fulfill their filial duties.
Through today's event, we can express the love we have for our parents, especially our mothers who gave birth to us. I can't ever repay my mother's grace, but I can say thank you, Mom, for all you have done for me.
This is my third Buddha Day ceremony. Every year I will make time to participate because I want my children to learn about filial piety, and each year we gain more insights.
Moving to Singkawan, Tzu Chi volunteers have been putting their hearts into rehearsing for their Buddha Day ceremony a month prior to the event. Many first-time participants are left filled with a deep appreciation.
This event brings a positive energy to the area. I hope Tzu Chi continues to bring the citizens of Singkawan positive vibes.
Also reaping the benefits of a Buddha Day ceremony are residents of Surabaya, as Tzu Chi volunteers hold a small-scale ceremony inside an exhibition hall. Many participants brought back their bamboo coin banks to donate, knowing Tzu Chi volunteers will help spread the love to others in need.
In the United States, earlier in May, Buddha Day ceremonies were held in different parts of the country. Next, we bring you images of the celebrations from Northern and Southern California, as well as one from New York City.
In the United States, fueled by extreme conditions, devastating wildfires in northern San Diego have destroyed over 9,000 hectares of land. Thankfully, the fire was 93% contained as of May 20th. Although the Tzu Chi San Diego Liaison Office was not affected by the wildfires, seeing the panic in local residents, the office's Buddha Day ceremony was not cancelled, but instead expanded in order to accommodate more people. Among the performers of the Dharma ship, Mark Ostrander is a retired firefighter, and along with his wife, the two have been involved in Tzu Chi for the past 2 years.
Once again today, fires hit the state of California. Once again, we pray for all our brothers and sisters, the first responders, the firefighters, our sheriffs, even the medical staff.
Participating in chanting the Buddha's name for the first time is hotel manager Lawrence Bergen, who came to the event skeptical about the Buddhist organization that had asked to place these aphorisms in his hotel.
I was very impressed with what I saw, and my feelings towards the group are very positive. I will come back again and visit with the group here in San Diego, and wish every success to the group. And I will probably go ahead and place the books of Master Chen in my hotel.
Moving to Northern California, the Tzu Chi Sacramento Liaison Office also held a Buddha Day ceremony. There, volunteers introduced a different way to prepare Tzu Chi's instant rice.
香汁饭 is not sushi rice, but when you put it in enough of water and wait for the time, and then it becomes a little bit sticky, and so it's perfect for making sushi roll.
Meanwhile, in New York, Tzu Chi volunteers held a Buddha Day ceremony inside a local public school in Queens, to which they invited Tzu Chi Academy students and parents to participate. After honoring the Buddha outside, all were invited inside to honor their mothers. During the foot bathing part of the ceremony, some mothers momentarily forgot to just enjoy being served, as they tried to help by giving directions.
Open it.
At the end of the day, volunteers hope that children will continue to fulfill their filial duties and get more practice in washing their mother's feet.
In Hong Kong, there is a group of homeless people who are forced to live on the streets, not because they're poor or unemployed, but because they cannot afford the expensive rent or buy their own house as a result of the skyrocketing home prices. To help, Tzu Chi volunteers have been caring for these marginalized people.
For the fourth consecutive year, Hong Kong ranks the first for the world's most unaffordable housing. On average, a college graduate's monthly salary is only $1,180, which makes buying an apartment impossible. As a result, many citizens are forced to live on the streets. Among them is Min Min, who makes this underpass near Happy Valley Racecourse her home. With the Jin's aphorisms posted by her, Min Min begins to open up after Tzu Chi volunteers' continuous visits.
I still feel confused and lost. There are still some things inside that I can't let go, which tortures me. I feel just like my deceased boyfriend.
If you still feel miserable, that's because you are still lost, but you are still working towards the goal of finding enlightenment and feeling at ease, right? I give you my blessing, Ming Ming.
Today is Min Min's birthday. The volunteers have brought her a cake and invited other homeless to join the celebration. Thanks to Tzu Chi, this desolate place is filled with joy and warmth once more.
We go back to Malaysia at the end of the show to meet Tzu Chi volunteer Zheng Zhangwen, who has been recruiting new Tzu Chi members at a traditional market in Matajang, Penang. Thanks to Zheng's dedication, more than 1,000 people were recruited in a week. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for watching DaAi Headlines. Goodbye.